All right, we should be live and direct. Give me a minute, guys. As usual, I have to go on here and make sure that we're live. I'm a stickler about that, man. About making sure that we are broadcasting. I don't want to waste my voice or my time. All right, so everything looks good on that end. All right, everything looks good on that end. All right. Okay, so everything checked out, man. We good. So first of all, I just want to say, what's up? You guys remember on the Martin show, he's like, "What's up?" No, I just want to say what's up to you guys. My name is Robert J. Parker, aka Coach. I am the founder and owner of Trade Hippo LLC and also Modern Frontier Publishing, which um, which is the brand behind this show. All right, we haven't named this show yet, but I am working. I'm working on coming up with a name. It's just something that's not important right now. It's more important for me just to get on here and just talk to you guys on a day by day basis. And yeah, because we create content, we get to practice our talking, and we get to and I get to update you guys on what's going on. And that's kind of where I'm at today. I'm gonna be talking to you guys about something I'm getting ready to do. But as always, guys, I'm gonna use it as a teaching moment and break down some game to you guys. So this is gonna be good out there, man, for my content creators and my digital publishers. Now let me kind of talk about that, and then we're gonna roll on in to what we're gonna be rolling into. All right, so I like to tell everybody, if you post any type of content to social media, I'm talking about pictures, I'm talking about status updates, I'm talking about videos. All right. If you post any of that to Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Threads, Instagram, LinkedIn, Snapchat, you are a, a content creator. All right. You're a content creator. Okay. And a content creator is somebody that does that, who creates some form of content and then they share it online. Okay. And that could be via social media, that could be via a podcast, a blog, a website, but you are a content creator. Now, when you move from creating content to start organizing and packaging content and then selling that as a product, now you are what we call a publisher, a digital publisher. So a content creator can teach, they can entertain, they can inform, but it's all for free. All right, that's a content creator. But now, when you look up one day, you say, okay, well, look, I want to monetize my gift and my skills, and I want to be able to create some type of product or some type of training or some type of resource out here for others based off of what I know, what I've researched, or what somebody else know. That's how you move from content creator to publisher. All right. And so even with myself, I'm both. I'm a content creator and I'm a publisher. Now with the whole publishing game, I'm new. I just started my publishing company this year, and for the most part of this year, I've been focused on learning the game and doing and creating. And now I'm at a point now to where I have some experience under my belt. Let's put it like that. We've created over 20 trainings and courses. I just created 3 new ones in the last 30 days. And so I believe we got that part of the game down. Okay. Now, as far as content, I've been a content creator for years. If you go look at any of my social media profiles, my Facebook, now you can't just wait on my content to hit you on Facebook. If you go over to orvillejparker.com, you put that in, I have that pointing and redirecting to my Facebook profile. All right. If you go there and you look down that timeline, it's just like a blog over there. You're going to see all the content that I've created over the years there. You do the same thing at TikTok, Instagram, and even on YouTube. You know, I've sporadically put on YouTube, but if you go over to YouTube to one of my main channels, which is small because I don't do a lot on YouTube. I just kind of drop them over there. You know, I don't optimize my videos. I don't do thumbnails. I don't do any of that. But I still been able to accumulate on that particular account 263 subscribers, and on another channel, I think I'm up to about 300 or something subscribers. All right, so I've been putting some content out. You know, if you go over to TikTok, you're going to see at least about 100 posts over there that I've done. So I've been doing this whole content game. Now, what's new to me is this publishing game. All right, is taking my content and packaging it and selling it. And I'm gonna tell you guys, that was the hardest part for me to figure out because I chose to do the hardest thing. You know, I chose to create, all right, my own courses, my own trainings, and things like that. So I had to go through that whole process of learning that. I had to teach my AI, and then we had to get in and do this whole trial and error thing. You know, I was taking courses, I was watching trainings as I was doing it. But when I came out on the other end, guys, you know, it was well worth it. You know, I came out on the other end, and I think that we're pretty good at doing what we do. And we don't create these huge video courses. Pretty much what I do is I create almost like text based, almost like ebooks. And now you guys know I could do the video. You know I could do the video, you know. You know I got those video skills. You know, I could do like this, man. You know, I can go in and I could work with you guys on some different things. I could share different stuff. You know, I know how to do all that, guys. You know, I could share my screen with you guys. I could do them courses, man. But the reason I haven't done this in the past, man, because I needed to focus on the things that I didn't know how to do. I know how to create video. So now that I was able to get in and learn how to put together these guides and these courses in the way that I did it, now I'm gonna marry that with video. And so one of the cool things about how I created everything is that let's say like right now, I'm converting everything over to like an ebook. And I wanted to do that because with ebooks, like when you purchase one of our guides, it's in an ebook format, right? But we give it to you in PDF and in EPUB. So a PDF allows for you, if you're sitting on a laptop or a desktop, you can open that ebook up and you can read it just like a book, you know, 4 page, 8.5 by 11. Okay. But now a PDF also allows for us to be able to offer our guides in a format that you can print them out. So you literally can go to print and print out 1 page of that PDF, or you can print out the whole PDF and you can have like a book. So that way you can sit down at your desk, you can read it, you can mark up on it, you can note, you can highlight. Okay. But now by putting it in the EPUB format, we allow that text to be responsive. So that means that ebook now will adjust to any type of screen. So that way you're not having to zoom in, pinch, or strain your eyes trying to look at little text, you know. And that was something I just learned here in the past month, and it was a game changer. So whenever you purchase one of our guides, you are getting it in a PDF format and an EPUB. Now, another thing that we did was we're offering free lifetime updates to that publications. So when I go in there and I update the content, add more to it, if you purchase one of our guides, you're going to get free updates for life, for life, for life, which is cool. And then the last thing that I'm doing now is I'm going back and a lot of the guides, once we get them all uploaded and get everything set up, I'll be going back and I'll be adding media to it. So adding videos and things like that. Some of our guides do have video links, but we're going to be adding some videos to it. So I'm excited about that. Now, let's talk about what we're going to be talking about today. What I'm going to be doing today is not doing to you. What I'm going to be doing today is sharing with you guys how to sell digital products through live selling. Now, over the past year and a half, almost 2 years, this is something that I've jumped head first into when it comes to researching. You know, I've went live on TikTok selling digital products. I've went live on Facebook selling digital products. I went live on YouTube selling digital products. And guys, when I tell you that I have spent a lot of time studying this, all right, trying to figure out this framework of live selling. And I've sat on, man, I bet you, I know hundreds and hundreds of hours of lives. You know, for the last 2 years, I've spent a lot of time sitting in on live broadcasts by individuals that were selling digital products. You know, because that's the way that I wanted to be. You know, I wanted to invest the time to learn the game. And we did a good job at researching and learning what we learned, so much that we created a couple of courses around this. And one of the frameworks, I put a small framework inside of one of my ebooks that I'm selling right now, Launch the Content Creators Blueprint. And I'm gonna kind of show you guys what that framework looks like. And so if you want to actually, you know, if you're a content creator out there, first of all, and you are moving to a publisher, whether you're going to create your own digital products that you're going to sell, or you might say, okay, well, look, I don't want to create my own products. I want to resell. So you go in and buy the license and the rights to resell somebody else's product, or you might want to become an affiliate where you can go and you can sign up and you can refer customers to, like, say, like a person like me. And for every sale, I'll pay you 50% commissions. All right. Now, if you resell, you can get as high as 100% commissions. All right. But usually when you go in and buy a resale license, you're going to pay 300, 500, 1,000 and more for that. With an affiliate relationship, all I do is require you to purchase one of my guides, and you get an affiliate link to all of my products. Okay, which is cool. So either you're going to sell something you make, something that you resell, or you're going to become an affiliate. Okay. All right. So anyway, the game of selling digital products through live selling. All right. So what I want to do is I want to kind of go here and show you guys what this looked like. I'm going to show you the framework. Okay. Now inside of our ebook, Launch the Content Creators Blueprint, I put a stripped down version of this framework in here. And anybody can go use this framework, marry it with a product, and start making money. Okay. Now, I love the idea of live selling. I love it, love it, love it. You know, I always told my wife, I say one of my superpowers has always been sales. I've been selling all of my life, man. I sold vacuums door to door. I done sold insurance. I done sold physical goods, merchandise. I done sold services. I done sold it all over the years. And when I tell you guys that when I started seeing that platforms such as Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok was starting to allow everyday men and women access to their multi-billion dollar platforms, millions, and in case like Facebook, billions of users. And you can go on these platforms and you can go live and they would let you sell on their platforms live. No gatekeepers, no having to go to a broadcast network, no large capital outlay. You can get started with nothing. And you literally can go live and start selling something on their platforms. Oh man, this was a game changer for me. I was like, oh man, this is right up my alley. You mean I could sit at home and I could turn my webcam on, fire the mic up, and I can literally talk to an audience and I could sell, I can persuade, I can communicate, and people would buy. And this was the thing, guys. When I first tried it, I tried it with physical products. You know, I joined the TikTok Shop affiliate program. I went the physical route, and for the little that I did, I went live probably about 20 times. I've done pretty good. I've done pretty good. But what happened was I got I got yeah, I got a chance to see something else, guys. Now don't get me wrong, there's a lot of people out there that has figured out the physical game, selling physical products. And a lot of them are doing it as an affiliate where they're making like 10 to 20%, and sometimes as high as 30% off of the physical products. They don't have to hold any inventory. They don't have to invest a lot. With the TikTok Shop affiliate program, all you have to do is buy you a sample of that particular product. Like, for example, here is an item that I was selling on the TikTok Shop affiliate program. It's called Small Rig. It connects to your cell phone. That way you can have a light when you need a light. You know how we as content creators, we got to have our lights, right? So when you needed a light to be able to shine on you, this will hook to your cell phone. Let me kind of show you guys here. Let's see if I can get it on. Nice. All right, so this will hook to your cell phone, and so while you were shooting your content and your footage, bam. All right. So that's the kind of stuff I was selling, right? And I did pretty good at it. But me personally, I was never in into live selling to sell live forever. I was doing my publishing thing, and I was looking for different business models for me to create courses around and guides around, and a TikTok Shop affiliate program was one. And so anyway, guys, I got in and did that, and I jumped into that head first, man. I did a lot of research, bought into courses, communities, learned what was going on with that. And like I told you guys, and I was moving around TikTok, and I bumped into a live broadcast one day with this lady on her, and she was sitting on there in her living room, and she was just talking, and I noticed the engagement in her room. I went and looked. I think she was selling the product for like $500. It was a course. It was a course and a community. Okay. And so anyway, man, I ended up staying about an hour, 2 hours in that lady's room. And I was so intrigued with her level of engagement. Man, I was intrigued with that. I was watching people tell her that, hey, look, I just signed up. And it was crazy because I had went in and I knew what this lady was selling, and I knew how much she was making. She was making 100% profit. So every time somebody say that they just joined or bought, she made $500. And I can't remember the exact number because, like I told you guys, I didn't set in on hundreds and hundreds of hours worth of live selling. But this lady here, I bet you if I was a betting man, in those couple of hours that I was sitting there, she made about $2,000 to $3,000 easily. And I was able to validate this because I kept, even to this day, I go in her lives, and this lady makes about 40 to 50 grand. All right, going live so many hours a day. And so what I started doing was I started doing my research, and I started seeing that there was everything from people making part-time income, side hustle money, all the way to full-time life-changing income selling live. And when I stopped and thought about it, I said, man, this makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. And let me tell you why it made a lot of sense. Because everything that I saw as far as a digital product people were selling, it was a solution to somebody's problem. All right. It was a solution to somebody's problem. So it was solving a problem out there. Okay. But then another thing that I saw was when it came to e learning, okay, selling a digital product where somebody learned something. Okay. And most of what I watched over the last year and a half was teaching people how to generate more income from home. It solved a solution, but then the person could take the product and immediately started taking action that was in that product and start making money. Okay. But then it was another thing that I saw, and it was very subtle, but it was very key and important to why this lady was closing all this business. And one was that by being live, you're able to answer questions. All right. And I'm not gonna get into it, but if you do any type of marketing out here and you use what we call sales systems, funnels, and things like that, we all realize that a certain number of would-be customers are going to fall through the crack at different positions in that process. And a lot of times it's because they have a question, they don't understand something, or they have the wrong ideal about what's going on, or some type of fear. But you're not there to be able to address it, right? Because everything you're doing is automated, right? But when it comes to live selling, you're there to address it. So you could do what we call in the sales world as overcome objections, overcome stop points, right? And that was one of the things I saw. By being live, you can literally answer questions, you can literally overcome objections, but then you could close. You could close a person. You could ask them to buy, right? But here was another thing that I saw, and it was again, it was another game changer, is that a lot of the products being sold on there was more mid ticket, high ticket. You know, I think the lowest I've seen is $25, but on average, right around 250 to 500. All right, and then up to $1,000. What I started seeing was a trend. Okay, and I'm gonna kind of show you how this works. So you can be on live and you're selling something, right? Let's say, for instance, I'm selling my ebook, my guide, Launch the Content Creators Blueprint. All right. Now, right now, that guide is $50. Okay, and which I think that most people can afford to just pay that. If you can't just afford to pay $50 for something, man, you have a bigger problem, right? You definitely need to get that guide. But let's say that guide was $500. Okay. So one of the things that the person who's selling live has to overcome is price objection. Okay. I don't have $500, or $500 is a lot. Now, the thing about price is crazy. People really never buy for price. There's always some underlying issue because you got to figure 500 is a lot for some people, but some people it's not. You know, they'll spend $500 on going on a shopping date, right? And so what you do in sales is you always try to find out what your underlying issue is. Okay, but let's say the money was. This is what I saw them start doing on her, and it was a game changer. Okay, so in the make money space, in business space, the entrepreneur space, most of the digital products solve a problem. Okay, you have a deficit in your budget. You're not making enough money. All right, you don't have enough coming in to cover your expenses, to get out of debt, to be able to live off of. So you're looking for ways to do this. Now, the second problem is that you don't have time. You know, you're working at a job, you got kids, you got all this. So now if somebody has a product online that you can look at, you can and this product promises that if you put the effort in and put the time in, that you can start working on fixing your problem. You might not be able to fix the whole problem, but you can start fixing it. Then a lot of times people are they're gonna perk up, especially if you could show them how to do this in a way that makes sense for them. Again, digital products is the perfect thing because most of the time with a digital product, all you have to do is have a link. All right, all you got to do is have a link. So if you're selling your own digital product, you set your system up to where you just share the link, a person goes, buys, and the product is automatically delivered to them. Or if you're reselling or you're an affiliate for somebody else's product, the same process works. So all you have to do is have a link, okay? And you get to make money because when a person purchases that digital product, they get it and you get the money in your account, okay? And so as I was looking at this, I said, okay, all right, so the only objection would be the price, right? And I watched on those live streams to see how they done that. And a lot of times, man, they didn't even have to overcome that price objection. People just bought because people were at that place in their lives and they needed to fix that, right? So they were willing to spend 500, 1,000, 250, $100 on trying to take that solution and apply it to their lives, right? But one of the key game changers I saw was with Stripe. All right, with Stripe payment process, in which most of the people that sell digital products use Stripe. Stripe has a feature built into it where they have a buy now, pay later option. Now, this is the thing. I think they have Affirm, they have Klarna, and they have Afterpay. Okay. Now, with all three of these services, it's based off your credit. Now, when they go check your credit, it's not what they call a hard pull, so it doesn't affect your credit report. It's what they call a soft pull. It's the same system credit card companies look at when they're looking to send you out some advertising about a card. They say, "Oh, you're qualified," right? It's because they can go in and do what they call a soft pull. Okay, but these third party payment processes will give you terms. Like on some of them, if your credit's good, they will let you. They would give you like 90 days, same as cash. where you can pay it off in 90 days and don't have any interest. What I did was, again, as I was doing research, I wanted to test this out and see how this works. So I know I had a program. I think I invested $600 into it. Had the cash to do it, but I chose not to. And I said, okay, let me go ahead and do one of these. And I ended up doing that. And I think when I got done, I did it over a year or something like that. And it ended up costing me about $50 or $60 in interest. All right, so about 10% in interest, which was really, really cool when you think about it, because this is what happened. When I signed up for that program, and when I finally started marketing, which took me almost a month and a half to get in there and get things set up, like I got stuff set up fast, but I didn't start marketing until a month and a half. But when I did it, it only took me like a week, and I made all my money back plus profit and stuff. And so I started studying that part of the game, and I started watching people be able to close $500 sales, $1,000 sales easily, because inside of their sales spiel, they can tell a person, well, look, if you decide to get started today, you get started with no money down or $50 down, $70 down, and you could just make monthly payments. But this is the thing about the monthly payments. As long as the person is willing to go out there and take action, a lot of times they never have to pay, because all they would do is turn around and start marketing that product or doing that thing inside that product and start making that money. And when I saw that, man, I said, okay, this is a game changer. This is going to be crazy. And so one of the things that I've focused on was, with my publishing company and my guides and the courses I'm creating, I, this is what I'm doing. I stack a lot of value in the courses and stuff, and then I have the prices very reasonable. And then what I do is I leave the room for me to be able to bundle to create bigger courses and stuff. And then with these bigger courses, I can go in and I can do this whole play with making payments. All right. So that's the setup. Okay. I just wanted to show you guys how all that works. Okay. So let me show you what this framework looks like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you guys. And we're going to make sure we're tracking. Okay. So that's good. We're there. All right. Okay. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and share with you guys. Now, remember, we have a whole course that we created around this. But what I did was I went in and I pulled what we call a framework out. And this is something that you're going to learn inside of Launch the Content Creators Blueprint when you purchase it. And you need to purchase this. As soon as you watch this, you need to go to the description and look in the comments or look in the description, get the link, go buy it. All right, go buy it. You're going to thank me later. Okay, so selling digital products through live streaming. This is our framework that we got, guys. This is how you do it. All right, the following strategy can be replicated across other platforms like YouTube, Facebook, Instagram Live. All right, so you got to prep, set the foundation. You got to know your product. All right, what are you selling? An ebook, a digital template, a course, a checklist, or a Notion system. And then you got to ask yourself, what's the transformation it offers? Focus on outcomes, not features. Okay. Now that's very, very, very key, guys. Because as I watched, like I told you, as I watched in these lives, that's one of the things that I saw. The people that were selling, they sold the transformation, not so much the features and all that kind of stuff. They talked about what this would look like to a person if they got involved with this and they were able to get successful. Time freedom. They could walk away from the 9 to 5. They can see the kids, more money to pay down debt, not struggling, right? So one of the cool things about selling e-learning that teaches people how to go out and make money is that it's easy for you to talk or to demonstrate the transformation. Okay. And you got to understand everything is transactional, right? So that transformation, what you're telling the person is, you're telling them, look, and watch how this works, guys. So I have a guide called Launch the Content Creators Blueprint, where I have 4 courses. I think it's four micro courses that's inside this one ebook. A lot of value, right at 215 pages. All right. Anybody can purchase this guide if they're willing to do what it takes in it. They can literally go out there and start making money with this. It can free them. Okay. Now, this is the thing. I know that there is going to be a gap in what they know and what they're going to need to know in order to go out there and create their own products and do all this. So one of the things that we did inside of Launch was we created some very simple frameworks to get a person up and going immediately. Remember, I talked to you guys about that link. So one of the things that we did was we had another course out there called Transform and Create. And basically what this course was for you to go through a process of starting to work on your mindset, your habits and things like that over a 90-day period, right? And then over those 90 days, every day you would create a video and you would share it with your social media following what you learned that day, what you did that day, your challenges and things like that. And that will allow you to be able to get out there and learn how to communicate, create content for 90 days. But then it also allowed for your following to be invested in your journey. And while you documented your journey, while you fixed your problem, then at the end of those 90 days, you would take what you put together, what you experienced, what you learned, and you would package that into a product. And you had a product to sell, but now you had a built-in audience and customer base that had been following you for 90 days. All right. So we pulled that framework out, not all the details, but that basic framework, and we put it inside of Launch. So now follow what I'm saying. So now you as an individual can come over here and buy Launch today. All right. Become an affiliate today. Get an affiliate link. Immediately tomorrow, you could do two things. You can get up and you can make a video, a short video, sharing what you just done. Hey guys, this is Sam. All right. I just wanted to come here and let you guys know that I'm gonna be doing a case study. All right, you guys know that my life sucks. I need to make more money. This is what Sam is saying. I need to make more money. So what I'm doing now is I'm trying to work some of these e-learning programs and products and see if I can learn enough to be able to make more money, right? And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna document this and I'm gonna share this with you guys every day on my social media. I'm gonna share with you guys the good, the ugly. I'm gonna be 100% transparent. And you guys are gonna get to go along with me for 90 days as I engage in this process. As I'm learning, I'm gonna share what I'm learning, I'm gonna share what I'm doing. All right. So now you done that whole transform and create setup. Okay. So you purchased our guide for $50. All right. You went in, you pulled that transform and create framework out. So now you got that. So now you know the content that you're going to create, right? But then I told you there's a simple business model to this. Until you learn what you need to learn, you can earn right now by just referring other people. Oh yeah, by the way, guys, if you're interested in getting your hands on that same guide that I have where I'm learning all this and getting ready to do all this on, just visit the link at the bottom of my video or visit the link in my bio and you'll get the information. Now, every time somebody goes over there and purchase that guide from Sam's link, Sam gonna make 50%, right? So now Sam has spent $50, all right, but he's gonna make $25 off of every referral. Now Sam can get busy. Now this is how this game works, guys. This is why this live selling is so powerful. Okay. So now this is what Sam does. Sam comes in here. Now let's look back at our framework here. All right. So Sam comes here and he looks inside of here. He said, okay, I can learn how to go live every day. And I'm gonna do this for 2 hours every day. And I'm gonna take the framework that they laid out here and I'm gonna test this to see if this works. And so for 2 hours a day, an hour a day, whatever length of time you do this, Sam goes live and Sam starts sharing with the world what they're doing, talking about, their life, why they decided to do this, what they're learning so far, what their results been so far. All right. Start sharing this on live and then inviting people who need to make more money, who needs more time, who want to see their family. If that's them, inviting them to purchase the ebook that they're going through, right? So now Sam, let's say Sam goes live every day, stays for 2 hours. Okay. Now Sam is selling 2 of these ebooks an hour. So Sam's making $50 an hour being live. Okay. For 2 hours worth of work. So right then and there, Sam has already generated an extra $3,000 a month All right. I'm sorry, another extra $1,500 a month for their family just for learning, going through the ebook, but learning how to go live. Right. Now, this is the thing, guys. This is the thing, and I want you guys to understand. And I've saw this numerous and numerous of times. And this is why I'm so excited about jumping this myself. The more you go live, the better you're going to get at communicating. The better you're going to get at handling objections live, the better you're going to get at persuasion. And the more you do that, the more money you can make. Because, guys, remember what I told you? Nobody tells you how long. You can stay on there 24 hours a day if you want to. And there's literally people I see be on there all day long, but they raking in that money, right? So now through social media and through the whole live broadcast and the live selling, it's like you got your own home shopping show. Okay. But instead of selling physical products, you're selling digital products, which is really, really cool, guys. Because what I love about this whole game of live selling is that I don't have to ship anything. I don't have to pack anything. All right. All I got to do is talk, communicate, build relationships, and persuade. And I could do that 24 hours a day. So I could do it in the morning. I can go back live in the afternoon. I can go back live at nighttime, right? And I can catch all those different audiences, right? And guys, this is one of them skill sets. Once you learn it, you could just do it over and over and over again. Now imagine like the setup I got. Okay, I own a publishing company. I got 20 something different trainings and courses that we have. I can get on there and sell all my courses individually. I can bundle them, sell them as bundles. All right. I can create new ones. I can go out and buy the rights to somebody else's, which I have because I have the rights to about 10 different courses and platforms. All right. Or I could become an affiliate for somebody else. Really think about that, guys. Now you go live. You have a built in audience every time you go live. And then the gap in between what you know and somebody buying gets very small because you can kind of control the flow. Like I can look and say, okay, well, today I don't got nothing to do. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going smash. I'm going marathon. I was watching. I like to watch these little live streamers out here on Twitch and stuff. These little guys, they be live all day long. They don't never shut off, and they're making millions of dollars, right? And I'm watching the people that's just getting on live and selling their products live, and they're doing the same thing. I'm like, okay, I could do that. I could jump on live and stay on there all day. I don't got nothing else to do. I could be on there all day talking, sharing, and selling. Now, guys, what kind of expertise do you think I would have after spending 2 hours a day on a live talking to people over the course of a year? Insane. You're going to be so good at what you do because you're going to have so many reps in. All right. Very, very powerful. Okay, guys, so let's go ahead and look at this framework. Let's talk about how you do this. Okay, so anyway, we say know your product. What are you selling? What's the transformation it offers? Focus on outcomes, not feature. Optimize your profile. Your pick clear, be brandable. Optimize your bio. Have a hook and a call to action, or helping creators turn content in cash. Link below. That's the kind of example of how you do. Link in bio, use Linktree, a direct product sales page, or a stand store. All right, prep your tech, phone stand, light, and mic, background clean, maybe branded, dual device setup if you want to monitor comments separately. So what we're doing here is we're showing you in a streamlined, simple way what you need to do in order to go live, right? All right, so hook, start your live strong. Grab attention the first 5 seconds. Hey, if you're trying to solve X problem or want Y results, stop scrolling. Or I made over 500 this week with this one little digital product. Let me show you how. Then introduce yourself quickly. So what we're giving you right now is the framework of how to do your live. All right. Introduce yourself quickly. Hi, I'm Marvin. I help Generation Xers earn more money and get free from the 9 to 5s. I'm just making it up as we go. All right. Let them know what they'll get if they stay. Stay with me for the next 10 minutes and I'll give you my number 1 secret for free. I'm going to walk you through how this product works and why it's blowing up right now. And then the next part is showcase, demonstrate the value. All right, live product walkthrough, screen share if possible, and basically with your screen share, this is what you're doing here. I'm gonna show you guys a little bit of this as we doing it. Okay. All right. So give me a minute. Let me go here. We're gonna go back to sharing our screen. Okay. So we're sharing our screen. Okay. So this would be how you would do in the live. All right. So like right now, this is we're gonna pay the 145. Okay. So right now, this is the ebook here. Launch the Content Creators Blueprint. Now, so if I was sharing this live, I would be walking people through and showing them or talking to them about different things that they can learn and will learn in this guide, right? I might stop and share this or whatever I'm doing, or it could be kind of like I'm doing with you guys right now. We was on page 145. All right, and I'm gonna show you guys how I plan on doing this. Okay, 100. All right. So so anyway, let me get back. All right. So anyway, one of the ways I might do this, I might I might have it printed out, right? So when I'm on the live, I'm reading it just like a book, right? And I've seen a lot of people do that, and that worked really good because a person was able to associate in their mind what they're buying. They're going to be able to hold a physical copy, right? Which is really powerful. Okay, so let's go ahead and read this some more. All right, so let them know what they get if they stay, then demonstrate it. Highlight the benefits. This saves your hours. You don't need to hire anyone to do this. You can start using today even if you've never done this before. Drop testimonials or social proof. You could just share with what you'd have heard some people are being able to accomplish by using that. And then another part of the framework is engage the crowd. Get them involved. Ask viewers to drop a fire or a heart or some other kind of emoji. Comment yes if you ever struggle with this right here. Use polls and questions. Build scarcity and fear of missing out. Only 25 codes left at this price. Now let me show you guys what I'm doing, and we're gonna talk about that. Okay, let me show you guys something. Because again, like I say, I like to teach. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take you guys over, and I'm gonna show you how I'm getting ready to run this, so you guys can see. So let me get my other thing pulled up here. Okay, so let's go ahead and share. Bam, bam, bam. Okay, so you guys are looking at my desktop. Okay, so now you're looking at the Modern Frontier Publishing website. So this is our website here. This is our company website, and we have our different guides here that we sell. Okay, so you guys see that when a person clicks here, they go in and they get more details on the guide. We have like a sales page set up, right? Now our guides are individually priced over here. Okay, so that's that. Now I have another store set up, and this store I just put together, and this is going to be for my live selling. Okay, now this one looks a little bit different. Okay, I'm gonna kind of narrow it in so you guys can see how it's going to look on a cell phone. Okay, so this is how this is going to look on a cell phone. Okay, but this is the one that I got set up for live selling. It's a little bit different, all right, because I don't have as many options. So they come here. Here is me. Talks about what I do. All right. I have a free report that I'm giving away called the Freedom Formula. This is for me to build a list of leads. So we got that there. All right. Then if they click here, we have launched the Content Creators Blueprint they can buy. Okay. And then what it's going to do is going to open up to a sales page. I have like a 20-minute video that I shot walking them through $49.97. And here's the sales copy here. All right. And then if they go down here, you can see that they can pay here. All right. Now, this might not show good because I'm logged in, so it's reading my information. All right. But if you click here, new payment method, that person could pay by card, Apple Pay, Afterpay, or Klarna. Okay. You guys follow what I'm saying? So let's say, for instance, they only got that 49, man. They don't got $49. They can click here and they can buy this for 4 interest-free payments of $12.49 over over a 3-month period. So they could do 4 payments, or they could do a 3-month period. They do that, they don't have to pay no interest, but they could break that up. All right, which is really cool. We love that, guys. We love that. We love giving them that ability to do that. All right, so that's the sales page there, right? But this is the other thing that we got going on here. So one of the things that you do on the lives is sometimes you want to do what we call an upsell. Okay, so let's kind of break down what I got there. So I have this guide called Launch the Content Creators Blueprint that I'm selling for $50, which is a steal. Okay, person buys that, I make $50. My processing fee comes out to be right around $1. All right, so I'm making almost 49 in profit off that. You can't beat that. So let's say, for instance, I suck and I'm on live 8 hours a day and I'm only selling one ebook an hour. All right, making $50 an hour. So at the end of the day, I made $400. If I work an 8-hour shift 5 days out the week, then that's 2,000 a week. That's 8,000 a month. That's 96,000 a year. Okay, so I've almost cracked six figures by selling one ebook live every hour. Now you can do that, guys, on sites such as TikTok. And the reason is because they have so much volume and so much engagement over there. But now, if I'm live on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram at the same time, which I will be able to do because my software broadcasts to all of them, now you really run it up, right? Now you really run it up. Okay. But now, what if I could figure out a way to make more than that? Same ratio, one an hour live. All right. And I'm going to show you how I'm planning on doing it. Okay. So let's go back to my. Okay. So remember, this is the page that I got set up for lives. And I'm using Stan Store to do this. So we got the free giveaway. Then we have the $50 one right here. But look at what I did, guys. I went in here and created a bundle. All right. And this bundle is for $120. I wish I'd have did let me see, is that, yeah, that's pretty close to it. So that's over 100%, almost like 125% more than what I would make at the $50 level. All right. Another $5, it'd have been 150%. We're gonna say 150%. All right. So what I did was I went in and created a bundle. I said, okay, this is going to be an upsell. This is going to allow me to be able to give way more value, but make more money. Because again, guys, understand with a digital product, I have no extra costs doing this. So what I did was I took the guides that we have added to our website already. All right. So we have 5 guides over there. So I took SHTF Ops, which is our preparedness guide that we put together. It's about 150 pages. Added that. You'll see here we got Launch the Content Creator Blueprint. We got that one here. We got the Marketplace Survivalist Playbook, which is really good. We walk you through, that's about 100 or something pages where we walk you through and we show you how to start generating additional income and building multiple streams of income by just flipping things on Facebook Marketplace, on OfferUp, on eBay, and taking that money and reapplying that to getting your preps in place, and then also on creating more income to be able to start paying down debt, doing different things like that. But we show you that business model. All right. Then we have another one called the Deal Makers Academy, where we went out and we secured the rights to several of these courses that were around what we call an underground industry that generated millions and billions of dollars, and it still does, and that's the finder and procurement industry. And so we went and we put together a really cool guide that anybody can follow, and they can get started making money in their local area by going out and moving around their neighborhood and just talking to business owners. All right, which is really good. Okay, but we didn't stop there. So we had another course that we did called Faceless Fortunes. All right, the anonymous income system. We went in and we built this one, I think, at the beginning of the year. We did a lot of research, and we put together a banger, man, that shows anybody how to go in and create theme pages without showing their face. And you guys seen these, like you see the Bleacher Report, the sports one. You guys see like the news sites and things like that where they curate content from other sources and they bring it all in one place around a niche, right? We show you how to go in and build those, how to monetize them, how to scale, how to build a portfolio of them. We show you a lot of cool things. But not only that, our system and our training in there will get you there. All right. But we didn't stop there. I went out and I did a lot of research and I found some other creators who were further along in this business model, had made some big money doing it, and had put out some free trainings. And so I went out and I was able to curate about another 5 to 6 hours worth of video training that we added to the ebook via links that all you have to do is click on the link. It opens up that YouTube video for you to watch, and you can get a more in-depth, deeper level of the training. And that's all in the cost. Now, guys, what we did was we took all of this. Now, I ain't mentioning all the bonuses that are in each one of these, but we took all these different courses and we put them inside of a bundle package. And we're offering that bundle package for $120. Okay, so the individual course, if you guys remember, the individual course, the individual guide launch was $50, but the bundle is $120. So now let's go back to that 1 an hour for 8 hours. Okay, so if I would have did 1 an hour with the ebook itself, I'd have made $400, $50 an hour. Good living for some people. All right, but by me doing this now, if I sold one of these bundles for 120, now guys, remember I could do it because I could tell the person, look, you don't even have to pay that 120 up front. You get started today with $30, and you get access to that bundle. You get access to the resale rights on that, so you can start reselling the manuals, the guides individually, because you're going to get links to all those, or you could do it with the bundle, and you get to make 50% off everything you refer. And now that person goes out and runs that format that I talked about, that whole transform and create format. But now in myself, I'm selling 1 an hour. That's $120 an hour. Times 8, that puts me at $1,000 a day. So just by me understanding the power of digital products and me owning and controlling it and putting that together, I was able to go out now and I can go from a $400 a day to $1,000 a day doing no extra work by jumping on there and selling live. I can create excitement. I can answer questions. I can offer payment plans, and I can close business. Very, very, very powerful, guys. Very powerful. All right, so let's see. Let's see what else we got here. So hopefully you guys are seeing the power of this, guys. All right. So here's the call to action. We talked to you about price justification. Let me go back here. Click on this again. Give me a minute. And then we even tell you what to do at the end. All right, guys. And then what to do after the live. Now, this is the thing. This is the thing that I've learned from watching people on these lives. A lot of them, like I said, a lot of them will go live at the same time every day. So that's one thing. A lot of them build community around their lives. A lot of them will talk and teach something different or share something different. All of them connect personally with their audience. They talk about why their lives sucked, what they're doing to fix it, all this kind of stuff. And then some people, like I said, they go on at different times. They might go on an hour early in the morning, an hour in the afternoon, an hour late at night. All right, you can choose how you want to do it. But like with me, I'm telling you guys, I'm running it like a I'm gonna spend time on there. I'm gonna spend time because this is the thing, and the way that I created everything. This is what I love about lives because you can create your product to fit the live, right? You can create your product to fit the live. So the way I did with my courses and my guides and stuff fits good with the format of the lives. And I can go on there every day if I wanted to. Like I might say, okay, look, I want to go 2 hours a day every day. All right. And then do that every day and then make what I make. I might say, okay, I want to go 5 hours, 5 days out the week, take 2 off. All right. And I might want to go 8 hours. Now, this is the power, guys. This is the power of these lives. You can make immediate money, immediate cash. You can build up your brand fast. You can sell a lot. But then in the case, if you have an affiliate program like I got, you're able to build a small army of individuals that are out there selling. So guess what that turns into? That turns into passive income, right? Passive income. Because every person that purchases from me gets signed up for my affiliate program. So now I share with them revenue and profits if they refer somebody to me. Because look, I'm not having to spend any money on running ads or any of that. So I'd rather give it to the person for pointing somebody in my direction. I'm excited, guys. I'm excited. I'm excited. All right. So I just broke down to you guys, man, how to make money selling live, digital products live. Either go out there, secure your product, make your product, or become a representative for a product, and then go on live, man, and just work on learning the craft, learning how to do it. And one of the things that I found in the past, man, the easiest way to get good at something is to put in the reps, to go through it fast. And that's why, like right now, I done learned how to make everything. I done learned how to build the systems and stuff. Got the AI built up. Now I got to master selling it, right? And I want to master this live selling. All right, Orville J. Parker, aka Coach. I'll catch you guys on the next video. God bless.